Hello, I'm VJ Karana. Welcome to My Australia, the show about people from overseas having Australian experiences. Coming up today, Shaiful goes hot air ballooning, Frankie takes his family to an adventure playground, and Christina steps up to tackle a Perth landmark. Our first guest is a little bit scared of heights, so how will he go being high above the ground with nothing to hold him but a wicker basket? Let's join Shaiful as he goes hot air ballooning.
My name is Shaiful Nizam Jaafar. I come from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. I'm currently studying at University of South Australia, McGill campus, doing film and TV production.
Can we do another one? Put a bit more emotion to it? All right, thanks.
My wife Rin and I decided to come to Australia in search of greener pastures. I also need to finish the final year of my bachelor's study over here, and we were also hoping, if I'm lucky enough to get myself a job.
Class was all right. Just met a couple of new people.
Both my wife Rin and I have changed quite a lot in a positive way since we came here. I think now that we've been living here, we are more confident. We are more socializing in nature, because we were pretty timid and introvert people back home in Malaysia. Friends have always been really important in my life. Ever since growing up, since I don't have any brothers or sisters, so I regard friends as part of my family. So having moved here, we just have each other and no one else. So the more friends we make, the better it is to spend whatever little free time that we have together. Just have a barbecue or have a chat, have dinner together, go out, socializing. So yeah, these people really make us feel happy to be here.
I'm about to go ballooning, hot air ballooning. I've never done this before, and I believe this will be a nerve-wracking experience, especially since I have a fear of heights, but we're going to tackle that today, hopefully. We're about an hour from Adelaide, and it's 6 o'clock in the morning. It's really cold. I've had to wake up at 3:30 this morning, and yeah, such a beautiful morning here. So this is your first time as well? Oh, all right. It's pretty magical, I think. Really. What a sight.
If I ask you to go to landing positions, it means putting your backs towards the padding, which will be the direction of travel when we land. Opposite the rope handles, just hold on, knees slightly bent. Should be reasonably quiet landing today because there's not a lot of wind. This is the first time?
Yeah.
It is for me too, so...
My worst fear would be if the balloon goes upside down, but that won't happen. So yeah, really looking forward to it. It is an hour flight, so probably for the first few minutes, or at least quarter of an hour, I won't look down, but I'll eventually get to that, and hopefully I won't be scared of heights after that.
The thing that attracted me to Australia is firstly the weather, because I have never experienced 4 seasons in my life. I couldn't care much about the modern parts, because coming from Kuala Lumpur, it's a very modern city itself. So I'm really looking forward to find out the nature part of Australia, like all the natural beauty that Australia has to offer.
Key to it is if you're scared of heights, you don't look down, you look out. You look out, not down, and your brain counteracts, and it's so amazed at taking in the views, you're no longer scared of heights.
Yeah, it's nice, though I guess I was a bit more comfortable where I was just now. Tell you the truth, for the past few days, I've expected the worst out of this flight, so that it can only get better. I was thinking of rough weather, maybe like, you know, winds that would just blow the balloon all over the place. But it's beautiful today, barely any wind at all. It's just very cold. When I face a challenge, I normally expect the worst so that it can only get better. I like to face the challenges head on so I can feel the full wrath of it. So yeah, whatever doesn't kill me makes me stronger. While I was up there, everything was just picturesque. Everything was so beautiful. I felt like I just want to stay there forever, actually. And it was such a pity that it had come to an end so quick. And yeah, well, I couldn't say the same when I was initially going up. It was quite scary, but once I'm up there, it was probably one of the best moments in my life. Going down when we were about to land, that was also quite scary, especially when we couldn't actually find a place, a suitable place to land.
Yeah, Bailey, it's no good coming up there, Dol. We're heading out towards the lawn fields, turf farm.
So going around in circles, trying to find a good place to land, that was pretty scary.
Yeah, I've turned off Leslie. I'd have come down a little dirt road. You're heading straight for me through the trees. You're straight in through the trees. That's where we're at. I'm not sure just which paddock you're going to end up in.
Okay, just hold there. Is there any clearings where you are at all, Bailey?
I kept looking at the gas tanks, hoping that there's still fuel for the balloons, but everything turned out well.
A little bit more reliability. So if I've got a problem with this system, I've got another system here. I'll have to just burn some more now. Just hang on a sec.
Can we land on your property if need be?
Wherever you got to go, you got to go.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
We won't go on your vineyard, just on an empty paddock. Thanks.
So we are landing right about...
Oh, yuck.
No?
Be ready.
There we are.
Be careful, it's really, really wet just there.
Really good landing. Right in the middle of, I don't know, yeah, a swamp, I assume.
I picked a good paddock, didn't I?
Oh, man, look at the water coming up underneath this. Oh, yuck. I'm not getting lashed, I'm staying here.
Experience was fantastic. I feel really, really good, and I'm glad I went through it. And of course, I believe it managed to tackle my fear of flying in a bit, because I did manage to look down, and actually I enjoyed the view. Couldn't say the same about looking up though. Looking up was still a bit scary, but looking down was pretty fine, and I'm just so happy that I did it, and I would do it again. Yeah, no question about that.
That scenery was beautiful, enough to make anyone conquer their fear of heights. Now, I don't know about you, but when I was a kid, I loved playgrounds. Swings were my favourite. And Frankie's kids are no different. So let's tag along as they run and slide the day away.
My name is Frankie Gerard Fernandes. I come from Goa, a former Portuguese colony along the west coast of India. I met Vijaya at an Easter party. She was very caring, and someone that I had at the back of my mind, well, if I'm going to look out for a partner for myself. And yes, we are really happy with life.
How was your day today? What you all did?
We've got two boys, Samson, who is 9 years, and Shane, who is 6 years. Australia was a priority for us because I found that you can have a better standard of living. The children can be given the best of education out here. When we moved in here, obviously the thought of finding a job was at the back of the mind. Conroy, I basically look into the dispatch and packaging. So it's a job that I've taken up primarily because it enables me to spend more time with the kids. Back in Goa, it was like I would see my children either late at nights when they were fast asleep or when they were moving out for their school. I've never even ventured out into my kitchen back in Goa. Everything came onto the table. But over here, I have all the time to assist my wife in helping her out in the kitchen. If I look back of the time when we just arrived here, of course, there were a lot of apprehensions. How we are going to settle out over here, what's going to happen, medicals, what about their schooling, what are the friends that they are going to have. 1 year later, we've achieved 99% of that. Well, a normal weekend would start off getting up late, having a family breakfast, and of course, the weekend is something that we look forward for, because that's the time when the boys are at home, the wife is at home, and we prefer to do something all together with the family. Of course, shopping would be the first thing during the daytime, but evenings or noontime we prefer to go out and socialize, or probably go down to the beach. It's bright and sunny today, but we're hoping to go down to an adventure park, and the boys are pretty excited and they'll be looking forward to this. We've come out with a Goan family who's been here for some time. Nick and his wife Annabelle, and their 2 kids, Chris and Callis. For the boys, they always look forward for meeting up with Chris and Callis, because that's the time when they can really play with the kids, and because they are of the same age group. And for Nick and Annabelle, we look forward to meeting up with them on any given occasion, because we tend to catch up with the things that are happening back in India, or even what's happening at Christie's Beach, because we are in Adelaide. And we also get to know about what's happening within the community around. So we look forward for such meetings. I met Nick about 11 years back when I was invited to host a musical show in Kuwait. I happened to spend out that particular night at Nick's place. That was it. It was our second month in Adelaide, and a common friend of ours said, like, there's another Goan family that's living at Christie Beach. Would you mind if I could share your number with them? I said, absolutely not. We'd love to have people around, and it's really nice to meet up with other Indian friends.
We were destined to meet later. Immediately, like the next day, we went and visited the family, and we got them welcome and told them good things about Australia, like as we were just 1 year senior to them being Australia.
And we've been gelling out so well, because they've got 2 boys and our 2 boys mix up with them so well. And we as adults get to know each other so well.
Ready to go.
The reason that we chose to come to Australia is, for me in particular, back in India, working as a journalist, it was too hectic life, not much of time with the family, or you could say rather, real no time to be with the family, because you were always on call. And South Australia, or Australia, has got so much to offer. And I think I'm still catching up with the time that I lost up with my parents or the kids of my wife back in India, doing it out over here.
Yeah, back in India, he being a journalist, there was absolutely no time for him. It was like 24 hours out of the home. Well, ever since we have come here to Australia, it's been really great. He's spending a lot of time with the kids here. And also the job is quite good. That gives him a lot of time with the family. Back in India, the parks are very small and very crowded too. And it's not as clean as this, so it's beautiful out over here.
Oh yeah, the playground is, of course, it's really good out here, as it keeps us busy, and as we work 5 days a week and 8 hours a day. So it brings us we can just get the job out of our head, just enjoy with the kids, like they usually don't get to be with their parents. it burns our calories too.
My kids enjoy Chris and Callus's company, and so it's fun watching them. And we too enjoy having friends around. Yeah, that means we get a lot of time to sit together and talk, and we know that the kids are enjoying too. So we didn't have this quality time back in India, so I feel they are getting a bit more closer to their father, and he's been helping me out at home too. So it's good to see the change in him.
If you notice the kids, the smiles on their faces tell us a whole lot of stories. They're really enjoying themselves out here. And if we can see the smile on their faces, I think that's what, as parents, Vijay and me, or Nick or Annabelle, we are quite happy with, because they are happy too and we are happy. The weather gods have been pretty good. It's not really hot. It's just pleasant. 10 out of 10. Everything was perfect. The company, the food, the weather, and fun out here. 10 out of 10. We enjoyed it.
When it comes to playgrounds, we're all kids at heart. After the break, we'll meet Christina, who's about to tackle a feat of sporting endurance and raise money for charity at the same time. Stick around. Hi guys. What is the most interesting thing you've ever done to raise money for charity?
We've donated to the Queensland funds, the floods and things like that, but my brother actually runs in fun runs all the time.
Oh yeah, so he runs to raise money?
Yes, he does.
Okay.
We actually, both of us used to cook curries for charity, and we sell the curries, and it goes to Cosmos, which is a society that takes care of orphanages in India.
Did things like car washes, had the usual Lamington drives, things like that.
So what's a Lamington drive?
A Lamington is a little cake. It's a sponge cake with chocolate and coconut on it. And you just get people to order them, and they buy dozens and dozens, and you raise money that way, yeah.
I had walkathons. I walked.
What do you do in a walkathon?
You just keep walking.
Nah, how much money did you earn?
Maybe $200 for the homeless people in New York City.
Well, the school which I used to study in, we used to have a project like go to a lot of houses and collect money from them, 5 rupees, 10 rupees, 100 rupees, as much as we could, and give it to the orphans in the charity house. We used to do it for almost 3 years straight, collect almost $1,000, 1,000 rupees, 2,000 rupees.
Some people end up doing some interesting things for a good cause. Christina and her sister are no different. They're about to climb up a whole lot of steps. Let's head west to see how they go.
My name is Christina Odoros. I was born and bred in Jakarta, the capital city of Indonesia. I have been living in Perth, Western Australia for a total of 6 years now, and I'm loving it. Well, I have one dad and one mom, one older brother, and 2 younger sisters. And here in Perth, I actually live with my older brother and one of my sisters. I miss my parents a lot. Technology is really great, so I just go on the computer and Skype with them. I can see them face to face and feel closer again. When I first moved here, I did my bachelor degree for 3 years, and that was in journalism and film and television. After that, I went back home to work as a reporter for 1 year. I love this place. It's a small little place. It's really cozy and homey. As a family, we picked this place because it was close to where we studied at Curtin University. It's an apartment and it's a good place to live. Just after I finished uni, I don't know, I just wanted to find something, a new hobby, I guess. And that's when I started to make cards. It's a great hobby because you end up creating something really pretty, and then it's not for yourself, it's for someone you love, friends or family. I started working at a company that focuses in telecommunications. I found that jobs like that really helped me, not only in meeting new people and also my communication skills, but also just financially. One thing that I'd like to do in Perth is to climb Jacob's Ladder. Jacob's Ladder is this famous Perth landmark. It is basically a ladder that consists of 242 steps. People normally go there to exercise and jog because they have so many steps.
Oh, this is really popular. Yeah, sometimes I reckon you get 50, 60 people on the ladder. Yeah, it's always busy.
It's pretty tough though, surprisingly. You look at it and you think it's not that long, but surprisingly tough.
I am raising sponsorship for me climbing Jacob's Ladder. It is going to be tiring and it's going to be a challenge that I put for myself. So I thought, why not do this for a good cause? And I have chosen a charity foundation called Riverview Children's Foundation. It is basically focused on the development of kids around the world, but mainly in third world country like Indonesia.
Mommy, Papi, thank you for donating for Jacob's Ladder.
Okay, it's all right. How much did you get?
So far I have $390. Someone just donated $20 today. $390.
Good.
Yeah. It is beyond my expectation, but my friends and family have been really supportive.
Wish us luck. Wish that we don't pass out before we reach the top.
I should beat you though.
No, I will beat you.
I will beat you.
Yeah,
I'm fitter than you.
I am going to bring my sister to climb it with me. I think it's also a good family outing for us, and she also would like to try the ladder, and I'm going to make her suffer a little.
We do it every Sunday. We normally do a couple of laps of the King's Park with the hill climbs. Then we either come to the Kakuta or Jacob's Ladder and do about 45 minutes to an hour of just straight up and down. Changing it up, sometimes doing single steps, double steps, single double run, just to fluctuate it.
So we're here at the Jacob's Ladder. We're actually at the top of the ladder, so we're gonna have to go down and start at the bottom. 242 steps. It's actually not that bad, but now we just have to try the ladder going up. Going down is always easier, so should we try again?
Yeah.
Okay.
I really don't know who is the fittest between me and my sister, but I know that we're going to have a lot of fun and a lot of giggle and just muck around. But at the same time, it feels really good that we don't just do it, for fun. We actually do it for to achieve something.
You're cheating. You skipped the steps. Let's stop for a bit of rest. How is it?
No, it's okay.
It's good. Yeah, it's pretty good. There's a lot of people as well working out here. Do you know that Jacob's Ladder is actually a symbol of heaven and earth? It's actually from the Bible.
Really?
So this isn't just a place to work out, it actually has a meaning.
Wow, that's awesome.
You ready to go again?
Okay.
Okay, let's go. How many steps do you think we've done so far?
What are you doing counting?
What? I thought you're doing the counting.
You determine how hard it is. If you run it, it's hard. If you walk it, it's easier. And if you rest in between, it's easy. That's the good thing about it. You can be the fittest guy, or you can be a hard patient, and you can do the ladder because it's, you determine your pace.
When it gets to the top, it gets a little harder because you started to get really, really tired.
and then your friends started shouting and cheering you, and that just encouraged you to just complete those little 10 steps that's left to get to the top. My knees are so sore. Made it!
Congratulations to
Thank you! So far with this $40, I have raised a total of $550. All of them will go to Riverview Children's Foundation, and I'm hoping to donate the money for the projects that they do for Bali, Indonesia, my own country. And yeah, it's a lot of work, tiring, but it's definitely worth it. Thank you.
Okay, ready?
A great effort, Christina, and some much-needed cash going to a good cause as well. That's it for My Australia today. Here's what's coming up next week. Jasmine goes mountain biking, Chloe takes part in a moon lantern festival, and Tao goes walkabout. See you then.